For most of us, when we see a swarm of bees, well, we take off running. Yes,
just like that camera did. Just ran right away from us, but it's back now.
That's right. You know what? But the sting is the last thing we should actually be worried about, Deanie, just because they're the ones in danger.
And the Now's Lauren Wilson explains that could spell big trouble for our food supply and your wallet down the road.
I see a couple queen cells on here.
Every day, Emily Mueller snatches up unwanted beehives from people's homes and nurtures them as a beekeeper.
That's why we started our business, to rescue honeybees, to bring up their populations, to bring up their numbers.
Joining the business just 4 years ago, she's already seen the impact of the declining species.
I'm getting into beekeeping at a time where it's going downhill quickly.
It's absolutely fascinating.
Bethany Majeski, a naturalist and expert in the area, tells me Emily is not alone.
The one thing about beekeeping is that it can be a little frustrating because there are so many problems. You go out one day and your hive is just gone. The bees are gone.
This year so far, beekeepers have lost an alarming 44% of their colonies already.
Even though we see them maybe as insignificant, or at worst, maybe we see them as a threat and fear that they might sting us, we're actually incredibly dependent on them.
Pollinating 75% of fruits and veggies grown in the U.S. and 70 different crops in Ohio, according to the USDA, not having them could leave a more than $15 billion economic shortfall to the agriculture industry.
Bees are incredibly important insects.
So why are they all dying off? Well, the answer to that could be more complicated than it seems.
Some big players include pesticide use as well as habitat loss, so loss of the plants that they would find out in the wild.
Others say bees aren't mating at the rates they used to, but whatever the case, Emily tells me if something's not done, she fears the worst could come to pass.
You know, we have to have honeybees or we're all going to die.
Now, one of the solutions to the problem, experts say, is for people to start their own backyard beekeeping and growing native plants at home, encouraging the busy bees to get to work and eventually multiply. For the Now, I'm Lauren Wilson. Chris, back to you.
Okay, Lauren.